A Drink with the Hurricane, the home care sales and marketing talk show that discusses all things growing your home care business. Get these face-to-face visits. I've already talked about it. A phone call, an email is not enough. The reason why so many marketing representatives and business owners are on this boot camp right now is because you've been calling people and it doesn't work. They don't call you back. You've been emailing people and it doesn't work. They don't call you back, right? Or they don't email you back. You stalk them on Facebook and LinkedIn and you make that friend, hey, how's it going? I'm so and so from blah 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 home care, and then they unfriend you, right? Or they don't respond to your messages, and it's really, really frustrating. Like, how am I supposed to get these face-to-face contacts if I can't see anybody? If this pandemic is happening, this is where we have to start off with the face-to-face contacts being virtual. And I say start off because it's an intro to eventually getting your face-to-face, and we'll leverage it. Now, how do we get virtual though? Like, do I FaceTime? You can. You can definitely FaceTime if they'll FaceTime with you, but they're not going to FaceTime with you when they don't know you, right? Because it's all about know, like, and trust. They will FaceTime people they like. They will FaceTime people they trust. They will not FaceTime someone that they don't know. They got to know you first and get to like you. That's when all of that type of stuff will start to pick up and you can get your referrals that way. So initially, what I recommend you do is go on to the social media. Find out who all the key contacts are in the referral sources that you're trying to get into. Meet with one of your power partners face to face. Go to Dunkin' Donuts and sit outside on the chairs that they provide outside. Like, be safe, be smart. We're in a pandemic, but life goes on. We're in a pandemic, but business still has to be conducted. And we are healthcare. So being healthcare, we have to make sure that we continue to diligently put in our time and our effort. Meeting people for a cup of coffee at any coffee shop around the country is a very doable, realistic, safe thing to do. So you meet with the power partner, you meet with a contact that you already know, or you get that first person to meet with you and pick their brain. This is exactly what I did when I started Hurricane Marketing Enterprises in 2012. I went down to Florida, I went online, I researched all the accounts that I thought would be good for me to go to for business. And then the company that I was working with, they didn't have many partners. They had like 2 partners. So I said, call them, let's go out and meet them for lunch. We went out, we met them for lunch. And at that lunch meeting, I had my list of accounts that I was trying to get into. And I started asking them, do you know anybody who works here? What contact? What is their name? Do you have their email address? Do you have their phone number? And they gave me everything I needed to get started so that I could then, if you put it to today's time, you have this meeting, and then you get all these contacts and contact information, and it may only be like 10 people, it may only be 5 people, but that's a start. You start there and then you build it. When you meet with that person, then by the way, as you're talking business, who else should I reach out to? Who else should I know? And then they start giving you other contacts, and then you do the same thing you did to get with this person to get with those people, and then you build. It's like a domino effect. One build upon the other, and then you start getting the business that you're after. All right, so that's the first part of it. Now, with getting virtual, here's what I recommend you do. I recommend you make videos, customized videos for each and every single person who you're trying to speak to. When you make a video, it's more personal. You can't send an email. Everyone is sending emails. You can't make a phone call. Everybody is making phone calls. They have no time. They are stressed out like no other, and they don't want to talk. But if you make a video, it's going to stand out. It's going to be different than what everybody else is doing. And I know it sounds crazy, but if it wasn't for the fact that I've already had hundreds of other marketing representatives and home care business owners do the same exact thing, and I did the same thing myself, I'll show you in a minute, it works. You'll get responses because you're doing something different from what everybody else is doing. I want you to write this down. Gotta get something to drink, my protein shake over here, okay? I will do today. Write this down. I will do today what others won't. I will do today what others won't. So that tomorrow I can do what others can't. I will do today what others won't, so tomorrow I can do what others can't. Most people will not make videos, which means most people will not get referrals tomorrow. You make the videos now, tomorrow, your future, you will get the referrals that you're after. And that quote was Jerry Rice, greatest wide receiver in football ever. Jerry Rice said that. Today I will do what others won't, so that tomorrow I can do what others can't. First part of making a video, download Zoom. It's free. Many of you already have Zoom. I actually have the paid version of Zoom. This might actually be my last time using GoToWebinar for any event going forward because I like the Zoom. It's so much more user-friendly than GoToWebinar, and the technology is more advanced. Download Zoom. I make my drink with the hurricane videos on Zoom now because it's been easier to do it with the social distancing and such. So Zoom is the way to go. When you download Zoom, you want to record yourself on camera. You can have your webcam on your computer. You can get a nice webcam. I have a really expensive webcam I spent hundreds of dollars on. I think it was like $350 or something for a Logitech one. So it's fantastic, but you can use the regular one. It doesn't have to be high tech. You can even use your cell phone. If you have an iPhone or an Android phone, you can use your cell phone and record it on Zoom and save it. You want to make sure it's converted to an MP4 format. Write that down, MP4. I know, and it's so funny when I say this, right? I'm going to say anybody like 40, 45 and younger, you're like, duh, converted MP4, like I already know what this is. But then everybody over 45 is MP what? Right? Maybe 50. So I have to, we are all ages here. Some of us are probably in our 20s and 30s, and some of us are in our 50s and 60s and 70s, and maybe even 80s, right? So an MP4 format, what an MP4 format is basically it's a video file. And it's saved on your computer. And I like the computer. I know I mentioned your cell phone, but I like the computer because it's not moving. You can control the sound in the area. Many computers have a better microphone than the microphone in your phone, so the audio is going to be there. If you want to make the quality better, and I want you to remember this, audio, the sound is better and more important than the video quality. If people can't hear your videos and understand what you're saying in the videos, it's not going to come across the way you need it to. So audio is more important than video quality. I didn't like that, so you can